Okay, game name is Candy 1. This is good. And now you can make huntresses as much as you like. Just spam huntresses. Creep anywhere or attack however you like. Kind of giving you freedom. And you gotta move your tree to your gold mine when it finished, which is now. Just click your tree and then right click on the gold mine. Nice. Good. Now you can make some wisps at Expo, or you can bring from main. Kind of look at your lumber. If you have a lot of lumber, don't make wisp. If you have not much lumber, make wisp. So you're kind of fine. You can bring some wisp from your main to your expansion.
A player's
Good.
forces are under attack.
And now you go to tier 2, around 40 population. So you have a momentary huntress stop production. Nice. Okay, now it's freestyle. You can make as many hunts or archers as you like. And if you want to, you can make Ancient Protector at your expansion.
Related here, man.
Okay, good. This is nice. This is what it's supposed to look like. At 6-minute mark, you've got 5 hunters, 2 archers.
Do I fight here?
Yep.
Yo!
I like this for newbies, chat. The build is a bit more complicated. He can get harassed and get his keeper or expansion disrupted. But he meets an army and his army is strong enough to win by attack move. If he had demon build at this phase, he would have had demon and 5 archers. This feels stronger to me. Does it win though? I'm pretty sure this wins a lot in low level yet.
Yo!
Nice hair, Grubby Kappa Pride.
A lot of multitask. Yeah, there's chances for failure, late moonwells, lack of production, big bank, etc. But let's say Candy Bombers has been microing for a bit. Yeah, there we go. 4 hunters, 2 hunters, 6 hunters in production. And then another thing you want to do, you want to exaggerate, grab 3 wisps, build 3 moonwells during moments like this. And now you can go home and heal. Okay, cool. I think that's enough for now. You would transition to bears, additional wisp production, combination of hunters, archers, hunters, archer upgrades, and you can make 3 extra moonwells anytime you have money for it.
Yo!
Okay, let's go next. Thank you, Candy. Wonderfully done. Yo, thanks for the sub. Green Coral, Egregious Philbin, AA Calvis. Same opening. Altar, next is Moonwell. Always keep 2 wisp in production. That's 3.
Yo! I mean, doesn't matter at that point.
No, it doesn't. Next is AOW. Thanks, Wildbear. Stormcloak. Can be closer to the trees. This one goes to wood. This wisp, and you make a new. Now fill the mine. Now, I'm gonna give you a few steps in advance. See how it goes. You'll build second Moonwell at 16. And you'll do the same archer creeping. And then at 21 population, you take.
Keeper?
Demon.
Demon Keeper?
Demon hunting. Okay, so at 16 pop, you make second Moonwell. And when Ancient of War finishes, you make Archer. And then at 21 pop, you go tier 2. Okay, I'm gonna talk to chat for a bit as I see like how does he figure this out. We're kind of simulating reading a build order and then seeing how he can do by himself without additional live guidance. Watch him creep this. He needs to put 2 more wisps in production to get to 21 population. We're gonna tech at 21. This is good. Like, him making this mistake is good. This is exactly what we're expecting from people that are learning to Ancient of War creep. Right? So he's gonna be out of lumber now and late attack.
Immolation.
Either one works. I actually put mana burn as the build because I think immolation is harder to use. This is good. We are simulating. No, this is great. We're simulating beginner games.
I was supposed to build an expansion.
No, not with this one. We were doing a standard opener now. You need to make 3 more wisp and then tech. You can get the item. You have mana burn, right?
I have nothing yet.
Okay, you can go evasion and creep the green camp to your right.
A player's forces are under attack.
Can make a second. Can make 2 extra moonwells. You'll still have enough money to tech. Keep creeping until you're 20% life. Any greens? Can make archers again.
Immolation.
Let's go mana burn. Mana burn evasion. My philosophy for it is people are gonna have moonwell problems if they go immo.
Yeah.
Okay, which build do you like more so far?
I mean, with the other, I didn't lose my trees, though.
Yeah, but it's because I stayed quiet this time. I was trying to see how it would feel like if I stay quiet, which is kind of cruel, but I wanted to see what it would be like hands off.
No hunters hold this time.
Yeah, no hunters. You can make it now.
And I was supposed to creep my expansion now.
No, we're not expanding with this one. We're going one base, demon hunter, panda, bears.
Okay.
So let's get to that point. Let's try to get your panda to level 3, which is kind of the point of it. Do you know how panda works?
He has fire breath.
And drunken haze. Let's go heal. Oh, can you uproot your ancient and move it to an orange camp? Nice. Okay, let's go to middle and get panda. I know you have an archer there, which is great. So now I want to see if you can do the following. Demon Hunter harasses enemy in control group 1. And then archers in group 2 together with panda. It's probably too hard for the target audience. Like, you could probably do it. Maybe it's too hard for beginners. I think, honestly, chat, I think this is the intermediate build. And the Keeper expansion build is actually a good beginner's build.
Fire breath here.
Yes, perfect. Candy is like 800-900 MMR. Now you can make 1-2 wisps and 2 ancients of lore. See if you can mana burn with demon and then run. Demon hiding. Okay, so then you creep more with panda. Like green camp on the left. And then orange. You need to make 2 ancients of lore. And you can go tier 3.
Player's forces are under attack. The town is under siege.
Watch your panda. Good. Archers can tank piercing just fine. Archers can tank Ellis. You could continue, but yeah. Oh, demon. Yeah, one is magic immune. The enraged elementals are magic immune.
A player's forces are under attack.
Simulating noobs.
After this one, let's heal up and simulate one fight. Start making bear upgrade. Nice. Can make shop. Heal the panda up and then simulate a fight onto his expansion. Drunken Ace first, then Fire Breath. Yellow Flash says there's a lot of early all in.
Has been trying to creep something all this time.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah, I completely agree, Yellow Flash. I like it too. This type of build is way too glass cannon for low levels. Even though Expand has more management, it also has more...
Where are they stuck here?
Do Drunken Ace Fire Breath on Panda. Oh yeah, your bears are stuck. You did a full wall off. Okay. Of course, I didn't tell you where we were going at the start of the game, like what build we're doing per se. Like, I guess I didn't tell you. You would normally read this, guess I wanted to see. I feel like when people play this build, while completely new, they won't know how to win because there's no clear win condition. You're just making stuff, vulnerable and making stuff. Whereas with the expansion build,
Fuck, man.
make lots of units.
Oh, Jesus.
Candy, thank you for your courage to do this on stream. I've seen what I needed to see. I have clarified my mind on this. I know how to do my guide now. I appreciate this. Any last words? Candy, thank you. I'm gonna go make my guide. Can you hear me? I was muted. That was unnecessarily awkward. Okay, I have seen what I needed to see. Candy, this was super useful. Thank you for your courage to showcase this. I'm gonna make my guide. I'm clear of purpose now, thanks to you.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time. See you, Candy.
Yep.
Huntresses and archers. Any other mistakes? Eat trees with Ancient of War. Build Hunter's Hole. Create second set of treants. There's probably more mistakes in the other build, by the way. What are Huntresses for? They beat other tier 1 melee. On the same lane you just corrected, it says Bear Dryad. Yeah, that's fine. Why not mass hunts without expo? Because if people do that, they need to know how to end games, win games, close out the game. And people do not know that. They don't know how to do that. So now the game can go long. 4 Wisp Gold, 1 Belt Altar, 2 Wisp, Rally first Wisp, Moonwell, second Wisp, third Wisp, Wood, Goldmine, Goldmine Fill, Altar finish, Demon Hunter, Moonwell, Ancient Over finish, Archer, keep training Wisp until you reach 2130, send all to Wood, Demon Hunter complete, creep the AOW camp, 180 Lumber, take the tier 2, eat trees with AOW while creeping, route the AOW after, second Archer, third Moonwell, third Archer, create Hunter's Hole, should be made when Toll is 50% upgrade. In any order, train 2 final Archers, fourth Moonwell, tier 2 finish, Pandaren Brewmaster or Katk. 2 lores, replace any lost wisp, dying to harass. 1000 plus W3 champions, MMR. Okay, good. I played this game earlier today and I'm going to be commentating what I'm doing. I came up with this build order to help new players have a fun way to have multiple win conditions and play the game. So, 4 wisps go to gold, 1 makes an Altar of Elders, and then the first new wisp in production that comes out builds a Moonwell. Try to keep 1 or 2 wisps in production always. The next new wisp is going to go over to any creep camp around you. I'm going to be heading over to this creep camp, denoted by an orange circle on the map. And I'm going to build an Ancient of War relatively close next to it, but not too close. Okay. I'm going to build another wisp here, put it in production, and rally my Tree of Life to the trees. That way, the wisp will automatically start harvesting lumber from the tree line. We rally our altar towards the creep camp where we are going to be farming our first set of neutral NPCs, neutral mobs. They will give gold, items, and experience, which raises our power level. Getting resources is just one way of getting stronger, farming creeps is another. When altar finishes, start a Keeper of the Grove hero. Meanwhile, try to keep a constant slew of wisps in production. Keeper of the Grove is a hero that has summons, that means he can make extra units. When you hit 16 out of 20, which you can see in the top right, the 16 being the population you have, 20 how far you can extend towards, build a second Moonwell. This is a supply giving structure that allows you to make more units. When Ancient of War finishes, start 1 Archer production. Meanwhile, try to keep producing extra wisps all the way until you would reach the number 21. We're currently at 19 with our first Archer and Keeper in production. When we make 1 more wisp, we're going to be at 20. So once you're at 20, queue up 1 more wisp behind the one that's currently producing, as you see. When the Archer finishes, attack the creep, immediately run back when the arrow is in the air, and then uproot the Ancient of War. It will draw aggro from all the creeps. Use Ancient of War to attack creeps, and also eat 1 tree from the tree line. This is why we built close. At 21 population, while we're doing this, or if you can't handle that much at the same time, it can be after you finish this camp, start a Hunter's Hole. It's okay if you're slower than what I'm showing. After you finish this camp, bring your Keeper and Archer to your expansion and take 1 wisp from your main base and bring it here as well. Start the creep camp of a gold mine nearby you. There's many different maps in Warcraft 3, so how hard the camps are may differ a bit, but either way, try. Send the wisp and make a Tree of Life. This is called an expansion or expo, and build it before you even finish the camp. Keep summoning new Force of Nature treants and use them to help farm this camp. We make a second Archer from the Ancient of War after rooting it. By the way, make sure not to last hit any creeps with the Ancient of War. That denies the experience you would get. 23 population, we start a second Ancient of War in our main base. And after our second Archer finishes, which for me is now at 3 minutes 25, Your results may differ, and that's okay, we're all new. Huntress will be produced from the Ancient of War. One cool thing you can do is make control groups. This is done by pressing Ctrl and 3. If you take Ancients of War in your group by clicking one, then holding Shift and then left clicking the other Ancient of War that's producing, and then you press Ctrl 3, henceforth you can press the number 3 to refer to them. You can then produce units from the Ancients of War. So you would do 3 and then hit the hotkey for Huntresses. I have both in a group, which allows me to make Huntress from both at the same time. After finishing 3 creep camps, we just search random various green creep camps to try and get level 3. Our expansion is building, things are coming along nicely, and this expansion is a nice win condition for us. If we have it, we have bonus money, which gives us more margin for error and we can make more units. In order to defend it, we're going to use one wisp to build an Ancient Protector. This is a powerful defensive structure that can help defend that expansion against attackers from the enemy. Try to always have the treants open the hit on creeps so that all the creeps hit the treant rather than your real units. I actually got one treant stuck here by accident. You can use wisps to scout around the map, but that's something to worry about later. As a beginner, try not to worry too much about scouting. When our expansion finishes, we start extra wisp production so that we can fill up and saturate the gold mine. That way we will have 10 wisps mining across 2 different bases in the gold mine, which will double our income effectively. At level 3, we pick second ability Entangle. This should be used primarily on units, not on heroes. I do it over here, I do a few hits, and then I walk away. The Entangle will take care of the rest. Look at my XP bar on the Keeper of the Grove. Do you notice how I have 523? And now 563? That's plus 40 from the Headhunter dying off screen. We do an Entangle, we hit the Grunt. Grunts are a little tankier, so we need to hit a little bit more, but it helps us to pick off units. Don't get too carried away in the battle micro. Create space for yourself by momentarily pulling back from time to time. This allows you to focus on the management of your base and your economy. We are now able to put the wisps in the gold mine, and that's going to give us bonus money. At 38 to anywhere at 45 population, tech to tier 2. This is what it's called when you take your Tree of Life and you upgrade it to a Tree of Ages. We've done that. You can also get an attack upgrade on the Hunter's Hall for Huntresses and Archers. It's the top left icon in the Hunter's Hall. Armor is also okay to upgrade on them. And Sentinel and Huntresses gives them a new ability that allows you to put an owl on trees around that lasts a long time and reveals a large area around it. This can give you bonus information about the enemy's movements. A lot of fun to use and very powerful. So we're spamming Huntresses now. The role of Huntresses is that they dominate other melee units from other races. They're very good against footmen, ghouls, and grunts. They're decent against heroes, and they're good against buildings and workers. They're a nice, spammable, fast-moving mass unit. However, their survivability is not great. They're particularly weak against enemy ranged attacks. This is where our tech transition comes in. Feel free to make as many Huntresses and Archers as possible. You can make them roughly in a 1-to-1 ratio, or 2-to-1, or 1-to-2. In other words, you can have more Hunts than Archers, more Archers than Hunts, or roughly equal numbers. Heal scroll is big for an army such as this. Purchase it from the Goblin Merchant at any time, and try to use it when many of your units are hurt. Once you start getting supply blocked, start making more Moonwells. If your money is getting higher than mine in this demo showcase, feel free to exaggerate. Instead of queuing up 2 Huntresses in your Ancients of War, queue up 8. It's okay. If you have 2000 gold, which you most likely will at some point, just make loads of units from your Ancients of War. Fill it up fully with Huntresses and Archers. You win games like this by having more units than your opponent. Additionally, if you're under threat of getting supply blocked, that is to say the left and the right number over here on the top right are the same number and you can't produce units because you're blocked, feel free to make 3 Moonwells at the same time, rather than 1 or 2 at a time. That way you won't have to worry about increasing your supply cap for a long time to come. If you're under attack at this point, make more wisps. Always make more wisps when you're under attack, and use them to build Ancient Protectors or Ancients of War to help defend. Additionally, fill up your unit production queue from the 2 Ancients of War, making Hunters and Archers. So long as you have superior numbers, there are very few armies that cannot be beaten by Huntresses and Archers. Yet, we will tech to a new tech. To do that, we need bonus lumber. So, we're gonna make extra wisps from our expansion whenever our lumber drops under 200 or 300. Anytime you have over 500-600 lumber, there's no need to make extra lumber wisps. This is kind of how we try to balance our economy. When you get to tier 2, when your Tree of Ages completes, get the improved bow upgrade from the Ancient of War. The improved bow makes archers have far more range. And also get the Moonglaive upgrade. It allows the Huntress bounce to bounce a third time. So there are 3 targets that are getting attacked by the Huntress. It's a powerful damage amplifier. If the going gets tough, Town Portal out by double clicking the Town Portal scroll in your inventory. And then use Moonwells to heal up by right clicking your units on Moonwells. This is roughly where we can start adding Ancients of Lore. The Ancient of Lore is a unit production building that creates Dryads, Mountain Giants, and Druids of the Claw, aka Bears. Bears are a powerful tank unit, but they also have a damage boost for allies by using Roar. It's temporary, so it must be repeated from time to time. It's a buff. And they have Rejuvenate, which is a 400 HP heal that can be used in combat. Once your army gets big, you may find that you need to use control groups, rather than just rectangle selecting things. I like to put all the archers in control 2, and all the huntresses and the hero in control 1. That way, you can rapidly press 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, while spamming right clicks on your mouse, and then your whole army will start moving there. That's what I'm doing now. Another important tool that you will need to use is the attack move command. The way you do that is by finding the attack hotkey on your command card while you're controlling a unit. For me it's A and for many it's A, but if you've modified your hotkeys, make sure to check what the hotkey is for you. I'll refer to it as A move or attack move. If you use the attack move hotkey and then you press the left click on your mouse, all your army will move to the desired location. However, it will engage any enemies it meets on the way, attacking them. This is an effective way to get the most out of your army, making sure that all your army at least is moving towards the enemy and engaged in combat, by attacking enemies that it finds. That's how you start fights. And then you use hero abilities. The next step is to try and reposition your army if it's taking too much damage or getting too far away from you. And anytime you don't want to be in the fight anymore, either you use the Town Portal scroll, or you start right-clicking away from your army while pressing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now sometimes you're gonna have units that are not in your control group. If you want to add them, drag a box around the units that you want to add to the group, and then press Shift 1 to permanently add them to the control group selection of group 1. Same as for any other number. Second hero can be Demon Hunter or Priestess of the Moon. Demon Hunter will spec Mana Burn and Evasion. We separate our Keeper of the Grove from the group, about 1200 range away, which I'm gonna draw rectangles soon, I think, or maybe I won't. Anyway, separate him about half a screen away so that he doesn't share experience with the Demon Hunter. Now, all the experience from the creep camp is going to the second hero, the Demon Hunter. We're almost getting to 80 population. Both 50 and 80 pop are natural pit stops, because you suffer attacks if you go over it. You get less money. It's not something you should worry about too much, but if you ever wonder why people take a pit stop at 50 or 80, that's why. That's where you get the most money before getting an even larger army. You shouldn't let it stop you from making a big army though, as big armies win games. At this point, ideal would be to make 2 additional Moonwells to unlock the potential maximum army cap of 100 supply. Every Moonwell gives 10 population. We've also been getting bear upgrades. Master training. There we go with the 2 Moonwells to unlock the capacity from 80 to 100. These bears are a tier 3 melee unit. We're going to add them to group 1 together with Keeper, Demon Hunter and Huntresses. If we run out of space, we'll just add it to any group, even the Archer group. It's okay. The most important thing is that we can use control group 1 and 2. This is the radius the Keeper needs to remain without of in order to get experience only for the demon. I'll show it one more time. When the demon is farming this creep camp, I'm gonna draw a box, which is the range within which, if only the demon is there, this range right here. If the keeper is outside of this box, demon will get solo XP. And this is a good thing because level 5 heroes can no longer gain experience from neutral NPCs.
Standing guard.
Level 5 heroes can only get experience from killing player-controlled units. So if we want to farm our demon, it's better if he does it alone. But if you can't worry too much about it, don't worry if you forget. There are many things to learn in Warcraft 3 and it's important to have fun. So we focus on making big armies and killing things. That's fun. Cool. We have a new town portal scroll and we're gonna go in for the attack. You see the little icon that appears when we do a roar? This icon right here. That orange icon is an indicator that unit is affected by roar. The bear summons it. It is a 100 mana spell on the Druid of the Claw, aka the bear. And it gives a 25% damage boost. Oh look, our keeper is level 6. We can use our ult. It's a huge AoE heal that is a game-winningly strong. If you can get your keeper to 6, you're gonna have some fun. Our army is shredding their defenses. And we've got lots of money still because of the early expansion. When playing this build, you may feel the challenge of the Ancient of War creeping. This is an acquired taste. It's a skill that needs some effort to build up. You can play without the Ancient of War creeping. Simply make treants, Force of Nature from the Keeper, and use them to tank the first camp. That's okay. It'll be a little slower, but I decided to include it anyway because Ancient of War creeping is so iconic for Night Elves. If it's too hard, just play 10 games without it and then try to learn the skill.
On your mark. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
After you get some bears, you can start developing upgrades for them. If you still have a large Huntress Archer army, you can get more attack upgrades for them. As you can see, they do a lot of damage. I hope you have fun trying this build. Stick around for the second part of the video and the third part. The second part, I will show you a intermediate build. If you prefer this as a beginner, you absolutely can play with it as well. Intermediate guide is meant for players that are on W3 champions with a 1000 MMR or above. If you are in the 400 to 1000 MMR radius, this build I think will be more effective for you. There is a bit of extra management with having an expansion, but it gives you a lot of extra leeway to spam units. Something I've noticed my low MMR students really enjoy and need. This build starts with 5 wisps, 4 go into the gold mine, and 1 branches off and makes an altar of elders. We always keep 1 to 2 wisps in production. And the first new wisp that's produced will build a moonwell. Just like the beginner's build with the Keeper of the Grove, this Demon Hunter and Bears build will rally the second new wisp to the Ancient of War location. Upon reaching there, it will build an Ancient of War near to the trees, near to the creep camp. I put it in Control Group 3, and I put Altar in Control Group 5. I put Tree of Life in Control Group 4. I find this to be a pretty nice system once you get used to it. Building these habits early in an RTS can feel a little daunting, but by using the tools properly, you will gain a lot of peace of mind later as you'll be able to hinge on good habits from early on. The first wisp goes on lumber after building the 3 buildings, the second one into gold, and all future wisps will go to lumber as well. Once the altar finishes, we're going to construct a Demon Hunter, who is a cunning hero adept at maneuvering through battles. At 16 population, we take a wisp and we build Moonwell. Or more accurately, once we have 40 lumber, we can build the Moonwell. If you want to be efficient with it, you can pull a wisp off the trees at 35 lumber, so that you'll already be in location to build the Moonwell as it is time. By not having too many wisps in production, we have enough money when the Ancient of War finishes to start our first archer. I'm showing you locations where future Ancients of Lore can go. Keeping those in the back can be useful so that they won't get cancelled by an opponent. We make 2 more wisps, we shoot a shot, instantly run after shooting the shot, uproot the Ancient of War. The Ancient of War can do an auto attack on the creeps, then move towards the trees. Do another auto attack, and then move to the trees during the attack cooldown regeneration. Then, once it's eating the tree, it's regenerating health and can do more attacks on creeps. Make sure you don't last hit the creeps with Ancients of War, as it will deny experience. We're going to root the Ancient of War now, and then we're going to make a second archer. The Demon Hunter picks up the item, and then at 21 population, which I already did, we can tech the tier 2. We have 9 wisps on lumber, as you can see, with 5 in gold. We're making a second archer from the Ancient of War. After the second archer, we can make a Moonwell. I was just kind of looking, spacing again for whether there's enough space for 2 Ancients of Lore in a shop. From here on out, it's pretty standard if you don't get attacked. This is a demo against AI, so I'm not getting attacked. I'll do a demo version of this later in the video where I play against real players and you can see what it looks like when someone messes with you. But if we don't get disturbed, it's 4 Moonwells total as we tech the tier 2. 4 total, so 2 extra. We build a Hunter's Hall when our Tree of Life is halfway to produce the tier 2. We make a total of 5 archers. If we lose archers, we don't replace them. We save our money for tier 2 buildings, and for Panda, and for going to tier 3. Look, our Tree of Life is 50%. Boom, Hunter's Hall. Hunter's Hall is a prerequisite for Ancients of Lore, and it takes half as long to produce as the Tree of Life takes to upgrade to Tree of Ages. We have 4 archers in our group. That means we make 1 more. I'm gonna buy a circlet here while selling Cloak. This is a powerful item to tank with. Because this is a slightly higher MMR game, I'm showing a little bit of limit testing with my demon, where I'm tanking most of the creep damage, but as I drop really low and I can only take 3 more hits, I walk back and I start tanking with archer. Normally, you don't want to tank with archers, but I'm being a little greedy here, and I'm using an archer. I didn't lose it. And we're kind of making an open jaw base layout, keeping 3-4 gaps in between the Moonwells while walling off the left and the right side of our base. This is also a good time to uproot your Ancient of War and start walking it towards your expansion. Just like the first camp, the 4th camp can be tanked excellently by Ancient of War. So this is where you would make Keeper if you're against Elf, but we're gonna show the Panda build. So we're gonna go to the Tavern, we're gonna hire a Tavern Hero. We make 2 lores, we need Panda, and we need some Wisps. I don't have enough money for it right now, because I bought the circlet. But most likely you will have enough money for it, because you made some timing mistakes. Which is fine, by the way, I forgive you. This is where you can show off your multitasking. Demon Hunter goes to attack the enemy, and Mana Burn his hero and try not to die. While the Pandaren Brewmaster, now in Control Group 2 with his archers, can pull the creeps, tank with the Ancient of War, without stealing any of the creeps with Ancient of War. Make sure to watch your own replays to see if you made this mistake or not. This is how we learn. Ancient of War is tanking, Panda and archers are delivering finishing blows. We've made a bunch of lores. Every time we look away from demon, we walk demon away from the enemy. When we have attention span to look at the demon again, we go in, we try to mana burn. Now I don't want to look, so I move away again. I've made a few extra wisps to regenerate. I feel like I have enough, so I'm going to cancel the wisp that I had there. And at 33 population, I'm teching from tier 2 to tier 3. In other words, I upgrade my Tree of Ages to Tree of Eternity. My lores are now in Control Group 4, overriding what I had before, which is where Tree of Life was Control Group 4. And these lores will be producing bears and adept training. I'm simulating Demon Hunter Harass while Panda is creeping. The way that this build wins is via Druids of the Claw and a high level Demon and Panda. Panda level 3 is when you can really start playing the game. He has incredibly powerful spells that should be used in this order. First Drunken Haze, then Fire Breath. If you put beer on the opponent and then put it on fire, they burn. If you first put Fire Breath, but there's no beer on them yet, it's worse. I showed the combo here. It's a 145 mana spell combo. And so it's quite high in mana cost. You can buy mana potions on Panda to help with it. When we're going to tier 3, we can build a shop. We want this finished when we get to tier 3 so we can buy Orb of Venom. After playing around a bit in Antarctica with our Demon Hunter, and our Panda has been farming up closer and closer to level 3, we bring our army together and we're going to stay more as a core unit together. Panda has done some solo creeping, which is nice. Note that in this game, by the way, I upgraded the improved bows upgrade for archers. Their range gets 40% extra range. You should only do this if at this point in the game you still have your 4 or 5 archers. If you're down to 2 or 3, don't bother, it won't be worth it. We make a combination of dryads and bears, prioritizing bears, but adding dryads if we don't have so much money or if we want a bit of extra range damage. We tank with Demon Hunter as he's the tankiest in this army. And then our Panda is now level 3. Our tier 3 is finishing. I'm at 8 minutes 25 seconds. Your tier 3 might finish at 9 minutes or 10 minutes because it's going to be a little slower. We buy Orb of Venom and we buy Staff of Preservation. I still have everything in one control group because my unit count is under 12. This allows me to easily move around the map. Now we get the Master Claw training for bears. We do some roars, which buffs our damage output. And if our demon gets attacked and is under threat of dying, we're gonna town portal out. If our panda gets attacked, we're gonna use Staff of Preservation on the panda to get him to safety. We can then press F2 twice to center on him, heal him on the Moonwells, and then bring him back into the fight. There's the Drunken Haze Fire Breath combo again. Also, Dryad Abolish upgrade can be quite nice. You can leave it on autocast, which it is by default. But if you become more picky and advanced, you can use Dryad without autocast on Abolish. That way you will have to manually dispel things. I recommend leaving it on autocast, but you can right click it to turn it off if you so desire, which I just showed. Now my control groups are evolving. I also need bonus Moonwells. I like to build 2 at a time. So I'm at 50 out of 50 and building 2 so that I can go all the way to 70. This is how it would look like if you staff a panda. You staff him, then you click him, you follow him back to base, or you just click on your base on the minimap, and then you heal him up and you bring him back into battle. I'm checking if he has any expansions. Looks like he doesn't, so I'm gonna attack his main base. My attack timing now is minute 10. I'm level 4-3, but I was not stopped by the enemy at all. You will never get results like this when the opponents are messing with you. Open with a Drunken Haze Fire Breath, bam. Use items, start with an attack move, then use spells, then use items. Then look at, are my units attacking the right thing? Am I losing anything? Is anything dying? Do I need to panic solve anything? Is my demon dying, bear dying, panda dying? Is this a good fight? If it's not, pull back, make more units, make more upgrades, etc. So this is the intermediate guide. The demon and panda are monsters and everything else is a support unit. We have mana burn level 3. We prioritize it over evasion. We prioritize Fire Breath over Drunken Haze. That's it. That's us winning this game. There's Fire Breath level 3 and everything is dead. Okay, which build did you like more? Let me know in the comments. And also let me know if, even though you're a newbie, you're gonna do the Demon Panda build instead. Or vice versa, you're intermediate, but you want to try the Keeper expansion build.